Title: The Princess and the Golden Rose. Once upon a time, in the picturesque kingdom of Florin, there lived a gentle and kind-hearted princess named Elena. Known for her beauty and wisdom, Princess Elena was adored by her people. The kingdom of Florin was famous for its stunning gardens, filled with every type of flower imaginable. Yet, there was one flower that had never been seen in Florin, the legendary golden rose. According to an ancient legend, the golden rose possessed magical powers that could bring eternal prosperity and happiness to the kingdom that found it. However, it was hidden deep within the enchanted forest, a place filled with both wonders and dangers. Many had tried to find the golden rose, but none had returned. One day, as Elena walked through the royal gardens, she overheard a group of villagers discussing the kingdom's recent hardships. Crops were failing, and the once bountiful rivers were drying up. Seeing the worry on their faces, Elena resolved to find the golden rose and save her kingdom. Armed with her courage and determination, Princess Elena set off on her journey, accompanied by her loyal companion, a brave and clever fox named Finn. Together, they ventured into the depths of the enchanted forest. The forest was a maze of towering trees and hidden paths, but Finn's keen senses guided them through. As they journeyed deeper into the forest, they encountered various magical creatures. First, they met a wise old owl named Orin, who told them that the path to the golden rose required 3 trials: the trial of the heart, the trial of the mind, and the trial of the spirit. Orin gifted Elena a small, shimmering feather, assuring her it would help in times of need. For the trial of the heart, Elena and Finn arrived at a clearing where they found a young deer trapped in a hunter's snare. Without hesitation, Elena freed the deer, showing her compassion and kindness. The deer, in gratitude, revealed a hidden path leading to the next trial. The trial of the mind took place in a grove filled with ancient trees. Each tree had a riddle carved into its bark. Elena had to solve the riddles to find the right path. With Finn's help and her own intellect, she solved each riddle and moved forward. Finally, they reached the trial of the spirit. At a serene lake, Elena faced her deepest fears reflected in the water. She saw visions of her kingdom in ruin and her loved ones in peril. Summoning her inner strength, she bravely confronted these fears, and the lake's waters began to glow, revealing a path to a hidden grove. In the heart of the grove stood the golden rose, shimmering with a radiant light. Elena gently picked the rose, feeling its magic flow through her. With the golden rose in hand, she and Finn made their way back to Florin. Upon her return, Elena planted the golden rose in the center of the royal gardens. Its magic spread throughout the kingdom, bringing life back to the fields, filling the rivers, and restoring prosperity. The people of Florin rejoiced, and Princess Elena's bravery and selflessness became a cherished legend. Princess Elena continued to rule with wisdom and compassion, always remembering that true strength comes from the heart, the mind, and the spirit. The golden rose bloomed eternally, a symbol of hope and the enduring power of love and courage. And so, Princess Elena and the kingdom of Florin lived happily ever after, their future forever brightened by the magic of the golden rose. Title: The Princess and the Magical Feather. Once upon a time, there was a princess living in a castle. The princess was called Evelyn. She loved to play with dolls and pillow fights. One day she wanted to play with her sisters, Isabella and Suzanne, but that day they were punished. Her parents claimed Evelyn that she could play with her sisters the next day, but the next morning, her sisters had to travel urgently and it will take them a month to come back. After 2 weeks, a new family moved into her neighborhood. They went to welcome them, and Evelyn became friend of the girl living beside them, called Jasmine. One day, they were having a pillow fight when suddenly a blue feather came out of one of the pillows. They shaked it and brilliant sparks appeared. Jasmine said, "Evelyn, it seems to be a magic feather. Dash, where can we check if it's magic or not?" "Dash, over that flower," said Jasmine, pointing to a withered flower. They approached the flower. Evelyn shaked the feather, aiming the flower, and suddenly, the flower began to raise. The leaves became beautiful. It was the most beautiful flower they had ever seen. Isabella and Suzanne came after a month. Evelyn and Jasmine told them absolutely everything, and they all became best friends after a few weeks, known as nature stars. Title: The Princess and the Pea. A prince is in search of a princess to marry, but whenever he meets one, something goes wrong and he fails to find a suitable alliance. One evening, there is a thunderstorm and a young lady who is fully drenched knocks on the castle door. She seeks shelter in the prince's castle. The young lady claims to be a princess and requests the king and the queen to allow her to spend the night in the castle. As her appearance is distressed and worn out, nobody believes her. Unwillingly, the queen allows the young lady to rest in their castle. But to test if the young lady is a real princess, the queen decides to place a pea under the mattress of the guest bed. The young lady is offered a bed which is covered with 20 huge mattresses with a pea at the bottom. The next morning, the queen asks their guest if she slept well. The young lady narrates how sleepless her night went as something very hard under the mattress kept her awake all night. The prince is overjoyed as he has found a true princess. Only a real princess would experience such pain in spite of having 20 feather mattresses placed on top of the pea. The prince and the princess get married and live happily ever after.